anything good ever come out of Rafah.
If Morning Breath was a person, it would be Michael Rappaport. If you thought Michael Rappaport was an idiot, you have no idea. This man is obviously a Zionist. He's using typical illogical Zionist propaganda. And he's using it to justify genocide.
Any prominent person, any inventions, any science, anything relevant, anything important to the world ever come out of Rafah or the Gaza.
You know, I don't know what's a worse war crime, lying and justifying a genocide, or that brain-dead look in Michael's eyes every time he drools to his next sentence. I feel like they're both violations. Anyways, let's break down his nonsense. First of all, Michael, so you're saying that we can justify wiping out an entire city, genociding a population, simply based on the argument, what inventions have they produced? Michael, since you're of Polish descent, can we apply this to, I don't know, let's say, the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising? Can anyone in their right mind say that the Nazis were justified in putting Jews in a ghetto surrounded by barbed wire, and then when those Jews rose up against their oppressors, the Nazis, they deserve to be crushed and sent to extermination camps? And then they justify it by saying, what good ever came out of the Warsaw Ghetto? What inventions? To be honest, that sounds even stupider than that look on your face. Oh, and Michael, how about the Rappaport family? What good ever came out of the Rappaport family, Michael? What scientific procedures and life-saving equipment did they invent? Well, by your logic, then... You see how stupid that argument is, right? No, you don't, because you and your team likely have less than 10 brain cells combined. Number 2. This argument, the whole, what have they invented, therefore they deserve to be genocided, this purposefully brushes away the fact that Palestinians have been occupied before Michael was ever born. Since 1948, Palestinians have been ethnically cleansed from their homes. Gaza is mainly made up of internally displaced refugees. And since 1967, they have been formally and officially occupied. And since 2007, they have been under a brutal military siege, a blockade by land, sea, and air, and they are referred to as the world's largest concentration camp and the world's largest open-air prison. And this is referred to as collective punishment, which is illegal under international law. And every few years, Israel went on a bombing spree of Gaza, calling it mowing the lawn, essentially killing them when they're young. And number 3. This is 3, Michael. I assume you can count. This excuse of what have they invented, what have they done, is a typical Zionist excuse, typical propaganda, to justify genociding Palestinians. What inventions? How many Nobel Prizes? What have they done? Which intellectuals do they have? This is old propaganda. And even though there's an entire list, people put out lists to disprove this stupid nonsense. So foolish. But even then, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. People putting out these lists going like, are you crazy? Here's the intellectuals, here's this. Don't play into this stupid tactic. This is simply a tactic to dehumanize a population and justify their extermination. Proving you have intellectuals and achievements and you exist isn't going to prevent that because they know. I don't know, I guess it might help putting those lists out there to show that Palestinians do have intellectuals and achievements and they literally exist because some neutral, uneducated viewers might benefit from it. I don't know. But for the rest of us, don't play into it. And finally, if you're going to have to watch a Michael, forget about this one and perhaps replace it with this Michael.
I'm Jewish and I support Palestine. I'm the co-host of a podcast called The Palestine Pod. Has anybody heard of it? Oh, hell yeah. We have a marketing problem. Thank you so much.
Mikey Intifada. Give that Michael a follow.